Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aliens and predators, I'm your boy Shelky, kicking it to you on SHELKTV, and today we have an episode of Evolve, and we're going to review this game, and I'm going to be talking about DLC and industry discussion as to how this game was marketed compared to other games, and where I think this could end up, and how I think it'll affect future games being released. Now, this game, the graphics are absolutely beautiful, it runs perfectly, I've never received a frame drop, and the servers overall seem to be decent. But the only problem is of how little content there's a game. Now, this game was marketed to be a DLC game. That is absolutely fine if there wasn't only 3 maps and 3 monsters to play as right now, which is not a big deal to me considering I have the DLC pass, and most of the DLC they released up to this point for the add-ons is just customizable things for your characters to look different and different gun skins and different monster skins, which is usually fine, especially if you pre-order the game. You get the magma skin, and then there's another skin, and I can't remember the name of it, but that, which is fine. That DLC type is fine, but then there's not enough content to keep us here, because since there is no single player, and then it is only a multiplayer game, I mean, you can play the mode on single player, but like there's no like campaign mode. Combined with that lack of content, and then the fact that there's not much area or maps or characters in the game, it kind of lowers the quality of the game a little bit. I mean, this game is absolutely polished, and the mechanics run really well, and the characters and the monster are balanced extremely well. It's just the factor of there's not enough content to keep me here to continue playing this game day after day, to want me to level up. Like, they did make a decent leveling up system as well. It's just the fact that the game gets boring because there's only one really decent game mode, unless you're in evacuation. Then there's a few different ones, and they did try there. But these aren't like just regular scrimmage matches. Like, the same guy will be the monster for 5 rounds. They need to make it so that you have more options for game modes or something, because this game is super nice, and I really want it to do well, and I really want it to justify its $60 price tag, but you can't do that because it seems like it is an unfinished game. Now, the reason I didn't review this game earlier was because I wanted to give 2K a chance to get out all of their updates and take the public community feedback after the game was released to see how they would change it and to see how they would react to our reactions as a community. Overall, I do feel that 2K as a studio did react well to this. They did put in some things that the game did need. They did add a restart round vote thing, and if the vote fails, then the game obviously doesn't restart, and if it passes, then the round restarts. And they have also added better tips in the bottom left-hand corner, and the game overall is clean. They did a really good job developing it, but this game does revolve around teamwork, which some people complain about because they don't want to work with other people, and it does become you're just kind of running around the map if the trapper's not doing their job, or everyone gets absolutely wrecked by the monster, even in stage 1, if the medic and the support are not doing their jobs as protecting and reviving each other. I would recommend getting into a party with your friends, or even just people that you have met online, and have microphones. That way you can communicate and actually work together to play the game properly and basically do your ultimate goal, win the match, whatever you guys do. And even if it's playing as a monster, it's still fun, you know, having people there. That being said, that even though there needs to be teamwork, most people that are playing this game that have played it for a little while, I believe most people are in their teens for their levels in the lobby I'm in right now, as well as am I. They know how, they basically specialize with one hunter character and pretty much one monster at this point. Most people have, and most people that I have played with have. So basically, now the team pretty much gels together no matter what happens, as long as everyone knows what their job is. If you're playing as support, you need to use that protective shield. You need to use those missiles in conjunction with what your assault's trying to do, and if your medics run around healing people, you need to shield them. You need to do your job for whatever you are doing. Now, let's jump into my next topic of DLC. This game was marketed as DLC, as I've already said, but I wasn't aware, and most people weren't aware, that pretty much the entire game was going to be DLC. I mean, we're getting a new monster and blah 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 other stuff, but this isn't the first time a game has done this, and it's starting to look like games are becoming shorter and smaller and less polished than they used to be, and I believe this is because of DLC. Parts are getting chopped out, like you see with Destiny. Destiny also adopted this same model. They took parts out of the full game and turned it into DLC for us to purchase for, I believe it was $19.99 it was on the digital store, and now it's not a complete game, just as this one is a complete game. And there's a lot of pay-to-win games out there. Like H1Z1 now is DLC heavy, so I've heard. I haven't actually played the game for myself, but I heard there was purchasable content that would help you throughout that multiplayer game. And even Call of Duty, who, correct me if I'm wrong here, I believe one of the developers or one of the people at Sledgehammer did say, oh, don't worry, we don't have any intentions to release supply drops as purchasable items. And they've gone and done that now. So how far is this going to go? Where is this going? Personally, I am a huge fan of DLC because it gives me it keeps me playing that game. As long as there was enough content in the first place to make me want to jump on that game every day. I am on a PlayStation every day. I make time for other things, obviously, but there is a limited amount of time that I am on PlayStation every day. And DLC is one of the things that makes me want to play that specific game. So when I get a game like this that only has one game mode and very limited maps and characters to play as, I believe there is 3 for each hunter, and then there are 3 monsters as of right now, it makes me not want to play the game anymore. It makes me not want to purchase the DLC, which was the whole point of releasing the game, to get money from the DLC. Again, I will refer back to Destiny. They did a lot of copy and paste as far as the missions go. Everyone felt that was the same, which is fine. It is a grindy type of game, but not when you continuously play the exact same mission with a different name over and over. The only thing that kept me playing was how large the thing was and how much content I could actually receive in game. And the drops, the guns, and all that fun stuff. That's what kept me playing the game. But if I just unlocked everything through, you know, regular unlocking versus getting a random drop, I probably would not have played the game that long. It's the same reason I'm playing Advanced Warfare. I mean, it is Call of Duty, and Sledgehammer did a really good job. I'm going to have a video about how I talk about Call of Duty and what they should improve later, so stay tuned for that. But they also did supply drops, and now those are being purchasable. Now it's almost not necessarily pay to win, but it gives the people that have a lot of money to make an advantage now with that downloadable content. And in this game is very limited to people that can't purchase the downloadable content, the Hunter Season Pass. It makes it basically, you're tuning out the gamer and basically making it for richer people, and it makes the gaming industry a whole lot worse. Another thing about having these games polished is, take a look at the Order 1886. Everyone absolutely loved the mechanics, everyone absolutely loved the way the game played, but the game was too short, and I do believe they have DLC coming too. Actually, I'm positive they have DLC coming, but the game was still too short for everyone, and people still feel like that hit its $60 price tag. So my question is, should gaming developers lower their starting prices to like $45, $50 for a game, and then, you know, have that DLC? Or is this going to be a standard for us now, and we're just going to have to live with it as gamers? Anyway, as you see us catch this very last part of the game real quick, thank you for watching. I'm Shelky, this is SHELKTV. Please check out my Twitter link to this channel and my Twitch down below. Will be live streaming very soon. Ugh, my English is not good today, stuttering all over the place. I apologize through that. But look at, this is the part about teamwork that we're talking about here, to finish him off real quick. And I will be lighting off some fireworks because I know we're getting the W right here. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.